Hey everyone, this is Tim Hepworth with Fly Fishing Board Outfitters and Thursday Night Live Fly Tying, and I'm here to bring you another quick tie. This is going to be for Season 4, Episode 4. So we're going to go in, get you to open up your kit. So look for this bad boy right here. It's going to say Season 4, Episode 4. And if you haven't yet purchased your box, you can head over to www.flyfishingboarder.com/TNLS4, and you can still get your full kits today. This is the fly we're gonna be tying. Show you a little picture of that. This is the Simple Scud. Real simple fly, great to have a few of these in your box. So if you go into your kit, you're gonna see you've got two different flies in there. One's gonna be small, one's gonna be large. Let's grab the one at the green dubbing. That's gonna be our Simple Scud. So we're gonna go ahead and get our hook fixed into our vise. So let's head over to our vise and get started. We're gonna be tying tonight, or I'm gonna be tying tonight on an olive colored uni thread. This is gonna be 6/0, okay? So to start off this fly, I'm gonna take my thread, start just behind the eye, get a good little thread base down, come just before the top of the bend. You're gonna want to be able to get into the bend of your hook, so setting your hook into your vise appropriately to be able to do that. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to our dubbing. This is a little bit of a combo of Antron and could be possum as well. Looks like this, okay? So I want you to grab a pinch of it, little pinch of it like that, and we're gonna roll it in our fingers so it almost ropes up a little bit. So it looks like that. I'm gonna come in here with my scissors. I'm gonna cut this off so it's flat. This is what we're gonna be doing to tying in and creating our antennae on this fly, okay? So I'm gonna come in like this, secure it down, and I'm gonna work it back way deep into the bend. And all we wanna do is leave a little bit there, cutting it off so we got about half of a hook gap in width left behind. That's just gonna be our antenna sitting out the back, okay? Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna grab our gold wire. So we got small size gold wire. This is gonna be our rib. So we're gonna tie these things all in order so that when we come back and bring them in, and wrap them forward, they're already in order. So we're gonna keep this to the near side of the hook. So the side closest to you, we're gonna work that down right to where we left that antenna, making sure we don't pinch that down. We'll leave it like so, okay? Now we're gonna go to our scud back, okay? So this material here is kind of a rubbery feeling stuff, just like this. You can use thin skin, that's also a great alternative. I like this dark olive color. This is perfectly matching the scud colors that we're using today. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my thread back up to about that 2/3 mark or a third back from the hook. Now I'm gonna lay this down right on top of the hook, okay? And I'm gonna cord up my thread, make sure I get a good grasp on it, get that tag in down, and now I wanna keep it right on top of the hook. It's really important that that stays perfectly on top, because when we go to fold this forward, we want it to be nice and flat and come straight back over like so. So it's important that we get it nice and even right on top. Okay, so we've got to this point. We basically got all of our materials tied in except for our dubbing, which we're gonna bring forward at this point. So we're gonna take that dubbing we already used to make the antenna, and we are gonna make about a 3 to 4 inch dubbing loop. So grabbing our thread, pulling it back, taking our fingers. It's not like we're playing in not in both directions like this. We wanna consistently roll in one direction, okay? So as I put that dubbing on here, I'm gonna roll it, cord it up. You can see it there, just like so. And we want to make this to be a very generous body, so don't short yourself. There's lots of dubbing there in your kit to put in, so don't short yourself. Put lots in, because we want to have a nice plump body when we're done, like so. I'm still going to put a little bit more in because I know this take a smidge more. Going to come in here like this and kind of finish it off. You want it to have a slight taper to it, so a little thinner at the top, thinned out at the base again, but it doesn't have to be super precise. Okay, now I'm gonna come in right where I finished with that flashback, and like I said, nice and plump. Okay, so you can even wrap back over your wraps. We want to make sure that this body is got lots of dubbing in it, because we are gonna comb some of this out, so we're gonna lose some of it as well, but we want to maintain that nice big profile to this fly, because these little guys in the water are actually quite plump looking. Like so. We're gonna work our way forward to the head, like that. We're gonna finish that off just behind the eye. Take a few thread wraps. I'm gonna take 1/2 hitch just to save my work. Now, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring that flash material or the scud back or whatever you're using, that thin skin. We're gonna fold it forward, kind of pull it pretty tight, not super tight, but tight, taut we'll say. We're gonna lay our thread down on top of it, making sure again that this stayed right on top, it didn't shift over. Take a couple wraps on top, then pull that back. Let's take a couple wraps in front of it, and then we can go ahead and trim that out. Get that out of the way. Now we're gonna grab that wire. So I'm gonna throw another 1/2 inch in to save that, and I'm gonna get my thread out of the way. Set that off to the side. Now all I'm gonna do is gonna take that wire, and what this wire is doing is it's just making a ribbing for this fly. It's segmenting it slightly. So nice even wraps as we go forward, evenly spaced out. Every 1/4 inch or so, maybe even a little less. Just so long as they're uniform, all the way up to the eye, like that. Now you might be thinking, well, this makes it crushes it all down and makes it look small. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that when we plump this all up. We're gonna take some Velcro and we're gonna pull a lot of these fibers out. So go ahead and find some cheap scissors or helicopter it off or get really deep in your scissors when you cut wire. Get that out of there. Now I'm gonna whip finish this fly, and then we're gonna get to work pulling some of those fibers out. Whip finish. Do it twice, like so. Go ahead and trim that thread out of there. Now we're gonna go over to our Velcro. So what I really like for Velcro is just literally like a tongue depressor with some Velcro on it. It's nice and thin profile, so you can really get in that space between the hook and the fly, okay? Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in there and start teasing out this dubbing. Comb down from the sides. This is what's gonna create the legs of the fly, okay? So these little scuds have tons of legs. When I comb it out, you can see we've already kind of brought that profile back to life. Looks quite nice, it's looking plump. And then I'm gonna take my scissors in right at the end here, the last piece, kind of pull that down, and I'm gonna trim at a bit of an angle from the eye down to the point of the hook. We're gonna uniform those off. If you got any pieces that are just kind of going crazy, we got our antenna at the top, kind of hidden in the vise there. We combed that out, trimmed it up. And guys, that is our simple scud. It is as easy as that. Range in sizes, some big ones, some small ones. Keep a few of these in your box. I think you'll find some success. Again, this is Tim Hepworth here with Fly Fishing Boat Outfitters and Thursday Night Live Fly Tying. This has been another quick tie. See you next time.